Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, hope you are doing okay. Welcome back in this virtual class. Today, inshallah, we are going to start our new lesson of words and word formation processes. The topics that are going to be covered, inshallah, for this class are neologism, etymology, borrowing, loan translation, compounding, blending, clipping, hypochorisms, back formation, conversion, coinage, acronyms, derivation, prefixes, suffixes, and infixes, and multiple processes. So let's start. Okay, so this is the introduction. We quickly understand new words in our language and accept the use of new forms of that new word. There is a lot of regularities or rules in the word formation processes in our language. In this chapter, we explore some of the processes of creating new words in a language. First, neologism. Neologisms are defined as newly coined lexical words or units, new coined lexical units, which are words, of course, or existing lexical units that acquire a new sense or meaning. We point out here the types of neologism. We have actually different types of neologisms, old words with a new senses or meanings, new coinages, derived words, abbreviations, collocations, transferred words, acronyms, etc. Nota bene, lexical units means lexes or words. Etymology. What is etymology? Etymology means the following. The study of the origin and history of a word is known as etymology. It studies the history of words, their origin, and how their form and meaning change over time. We should view the constant evolution of the words as a reassuring sign of vitality of the language. Okay, coinage. What is coinage? Coinage is the invention of totally new terms. What are the sources of coined words? We have many different sources actually, but today, inshallah, we are going to focus on two. So sources of coined words, trade names of commercial products that become general terms, like aspirin, Kleenex, Teflon, Xerox, Google. Another source of coined words, we have new words based on the name of a person or a place. For example, Hoover, jeans, sandwich. Of course, jeans was named after sailors from Genoa in Italy. Volt, the Italian Alessandro Volta. Hoover, English form of the German name Huber, meaning a large measure of land, or a man who owns a hub, a 30 to 60 acre parcel of land, from the Middle High German Hopper. Sandwich, a name of a town in America. Borrowing is taking over words from other languages. English borrows from other languages. For example, we have sofa and alcohol from Arabic, lilac from Persian, yogurt from Turkish, tycoon from Japanese. Many languages borrow from English. Japanese, for example, supermarketo. This is a Japanese word which is taken from English. Supermarketo. Arabic words which are originally taken from English. We have television, strategia, radio, receiver. So all these words are taken or borrowed from English language. We have loan translation. A typical type of borrowing is described as loan translation or calque. In this process, there is a direct translation of the elements of a word into the borrowing language. So it is a direct translation of the elements of a word into the borrowing language. In other words, it's word for word translation of a phrase borrowed from another language. For example, examples that have been absorbed into English include the French term gratte-ciel, which literally translates as scrape sky. The Dutch Wolkenkratzer, cloud scratcher, or the German Wolkenkratzer, cloud scraper, the Arabic expression natihat sahab, all of which were calques for the English skyscraper. Okay, so we have a question here. Compare between borrowing and loan translation. Compounding. Compounding is the process of joining of two or more separate words to produce a single word. Compounding is very common in English and German, but much less common in languages such as French, Arabic, and Spanish. Compound nouns, we have compound nouns, two nouns together, bookcase, housewife, doorknob, sunburn, classroom. We have compound adjectives, low paid, good looking. We have compound verbs, freeze dry, compound prepositions, without. So in English, we may find many other different types of compounding. Blending. Blending is the process of combining the beginning of one word with the end of another word, of course, to form a new word. So it is the combining of the beginning of one word with the end of another word to form a new word, like brunch from breakfast and lunch. Again, brunch from breakfast and lunch. Most blends are formed by one of the following methods. 1. The beginning of one word is added to the end of another one. For example, smock plus fog becomes smog. Okay, the beginning of one word, smog, okay, smoke, is added to the end of another one, or of another word, fog. So it becomes smog. The beginning from smoke and the end of fog, it becomes smog. 2. The beginning of two words are combined. For example, cybernetic and organism, it becomes cyborg. Okay, cybernetic. Okay, organism, cyborg. Okay, so the beginning of two words, the beginning of cybernetic and organism, cyborg, it becomes cyborg. Okay. 3. Two words are blended around a common sequence of sound, like California and fornication becomes Californication. Okay, Californication. Okay, they are blended around a common sequence of sound, which is, what is the common sequence here? Fornia. Okay, fornia, common sequence of sound. Okay, like motor and hotel, it becomes motel. Good. Number 4, multiple sounds from two component words are blended while mostly preserving the sound's order. So multiple sounds from two component words are blended while mostly preserving the sound's order, like slimy and lithe, or lithe. Slimy and lithe become, the two become slithy. Okay, slimy and lithe. Okay, the two words become slithy. We have clipping. Clipping is a type of reduction which occurs when a word with more than one syllable is reduced to a shorter form. Okay, so it is originally a word with more than one syllable. This word is reduced to a shorter form, like gas, gasoline, fan, fanatic, ad, advertisement, flu, influenza. Okay, so we have many words actually that can be easily clipped into a one syllable word. Okay, or a shorter form, let me say. No, it's a shorter form. Okay, we have permanent. Okay, so clipping is a type of reduction. It is a type of reduction actually, which occurs when a word with more than one syllable, more than gasoline, fanatic, advertisement, influenza, permanent, all these words are composed of more than one syllable. Then after, we can clip these words to shorter forms. Okay, so English speakers also like to clip each other's names, as in Al, Id, Liz, Mike, Ron, Sam, Sue, and Tom. All these are now, are names. These are names of people. These are names of people that are clipped to shorter forms. A special type of reduction is hypochorisms or hypochorism, A longer word is reduced to a single syllable. A longer word is reduced to a single syllable, okay? A single syllable. Then Y or IE is added to the end, okay? So we have to add Y or IE. So a longer word is reduced to a single syllable. Then after we add either Y or IE to the end of the new word. For example, movie, moving picture. So move plus IE, movie, originally from moving picture. Hanky, handkerchief. Barbie, barbecue. Telly, television. Bicky, biscuits. Aussie, Australian. Bricky, breakfast. Toasty, toasted sandwich. Okay? Very easy. Hypochorism. A hypochorism is a nickname that shows affection or a closeness. If your dog's name is Buster, but you tend to call him Sweetie Cakes, you are using hypochorism. So this is another definition for hypochorism. Okay, back formation. In back formation, a word of one type, usually a noun, is reduced to form a word of another type, usually a verb. Okay, so this is easy also. A good example of back formation is the process whereby the noun television first came into use and then the verb televise was created from it. We have many examples here. We have televise, television, donate, donation, babysit, babysitter, emote, emotion, enthuse, enthusiasm. This is easy. Conversion. Conversion is a change in the function of the word without any reduction. So the word stays as it is. Okay, this process is also called category change or functional shift. Category change. So the word changes its category or its function, sometimes from a noun to a verb, from a verb to a noun, from verb to an adjective, and this is stuff. Okay, and that's why it's called category change or functional shift conversion. Number one, noun to a verb. Butter to butter. Okay, from noun to verbs. Dust to dust. Glue to glue. Referee to referee. Water to water. Bottle to bottle. Vacation to vacation. All these are nouns that are converted to become verbs. Good. Number two, verb to a noun. To cheat, a cheat. To spy, a spy. Must, a must. To hand out, a handout. Okay? These are verbs that become to be used as nouns. Three, verb to adjectives. See through, we can say a see-through material. A see-through material. Okay? So they are originally verbs and we can use them as adjectives. A see-through. Okay? So it becomes an adjective here. Stand up, a stand-up comedian. A stand-up comedian. Okay? Number four, adjective to verb or noun. Adjective to verb or noun. A number of adjectives as in a dirty floor, an empty room, some crazy ideas, and those nasty people. Okay, so all these are adjectives. Have become the verbs to dirty, to empty, or the nouns a crazy and the nasty. Okay? Acronyms. Acronyms are new words formed from the initial letters of a set of words. Okay? So they are the beginning or the initial letters of a series of words. Like, number one, we have different types of acronyms. Number one, acronyms which are pronounced as new single words. Okay? They become honor, for example, honora. Okay? Honora. So they become, or they are pronounced as a single word, honora, not UNRWA. No, we say honora. United Nations Relief and Work Agency. So this is honora. Laser, light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Radar, radio detection and ranging. MAD, Moms Against Drunk Driving. NATO, National Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay? SNAFO, situation normal, all fouled up. Okay, so an acronym An acronym is a new word formed by what? By taking the initial letters of a set of words, of a group of words. The first letter, U, stands for United, for example. From United, we take the letter U. Nations, N. Relief, R. Work, W. Agency, A. And this is stuff, okay? This is number one. Acronyms which are pronounced as new single words. Number two, acronyms whose pronunciation consists of saying each separate letter. ATM, we cannot say atom. ATM, this is the second type. ATM, automated teller machine. Okay? I think it has another name. A hole in the wall. CD, computer disk. VCR, video cassette recorder. Okay? Then we move to abbreviation. What is an abbreviation? An abbreviation is a shortened form of a word, phrase, or symbol. For example, SQ, square, DR, doctor, vol, volume, and this is stuff, okay? So we can take just the beginning letters, 2 letters, 3 letters in a word, okay, or of a word. So the first SQ, for example, S and Q. The first 3 letters, VOL, vol, okay? So this is different. This is different. And that's why it is abbreviated, shortened. Derivation. Derivation is accomplished by the use of affixes. Affixes fall into 3 different categories. We have prefixes, infixes, and suffixes. Prefixes are added to the beginning of words, like un, this, unhappy, disabled, this stuff, okay? We have suffixes. Suffixes are added to the end of words, like full, less, ness, and this stuff, okay? Infixes, which are not used in standard English, are incorporated or inserted inside another word. So they fall in the middle. They can be used, or they are used in the middle of the word, okay? Like absolutely. Absolutely. We have many more examples, actually. Unfortunately, infixes are not used in standard English, okay? Multiple processes. It is possible to trace the operation of more than one process in the creation of a particular word. So it means here that 2 processes are used in order to create one word. For example, the term Delhi seems to have become a common American English expression via a process of first borrowing. So first it is borrowed. From what? The first borrowing of Delicatessen from German, meaning delicious, and then clipping that borrowed form to become Delhi. So 2 processes were followed in order to come up with the word Delhi. The first one is the borrowing of Delicatessen from German language. Okay, then after, which means of course delicious, then after it was, or it is clipped to become Delhi. So 2 processes are followed here. Okay, 2 processes. Another important example is the word snowballed. Okay, the word snowballed can be analyzed as an example of compounding in which snow and ball were combined to form the noun snowball, which was then turned into a verb through conversion. Also here we have 2 examples. 2 processes. 2 processes are used in the formation of a new word. Okay, thank you. So we have come to the end of our class. Thank you for joining me until we meet again in the next class, inshallah. You have to read chapter 6, okay, and be ready for the meeting on Google Meet. We are going to discuss, inshallah, this class. Until we meet again, bye-bye.